Hi everyone, Edith here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a personal trainer living in Tokyo, been here for the past decade. Originally, I'm from Israel. I'm also currently 18 months pregnant. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And today I want to do an Anna React. Are we gonna start with a little bit of a disclaimer? Yes, quick disclaimer, okay? Again, I am reacting to the girls. I use them as case studies. I try not to react too much personally. I don't care so much about their fashions. I don't care how they lead their lives. I try to keep this to what I know, what I understand, and what I'm professional at, which is personal training, health, fitness, stuff like that, wellness, nutrition, okay? Not that I'm a nutritionist, I'm just a personal trainer. So yeah, we're gonna make this a quick one. I hope, somehow I always find myself talking endlessly. We're gonna continue with Anna's TikTok. This post is from January 21st, so we're catching up. This is only a month ago, guys. Okay, her caption reads, Swiss bar, a bar I had literally never heard of before. It was put in my program for today. Strongman training constantly is introducing me to new ways to build muscle, and I love researching why certain things are added to my plan. Pressing is such an important part of competition. This maneuver is definitely going to help me keep increasing my lifts. Okay. If I talk weird today a little bit, it's because I've been talking all day, so I think my mouth is tired, believe it or not. This looks really interesting. Let's see what she's doing here. Okay.
Baby's first Swiss bar.
I'll just say that this phrasing of baby's first blah blah blah, for some reason irks me. Baby's first Swiss bar.
Really did not even know this bar existed before today, so I'm going to tell you guys what I learned. But before I do, let's talk about what I'm actually doing in this exercise. So I am
As y'all know, I am allergic to her overhead press. I will not talk about this again today.
strict pressing with the Swiss bar. I am doing 8 reps on the outside grip.
Okay.
Then moving to the middle grip, doing another 8 reps, and then moving to the centermost grip and doing a final 8 reps. And I'm doing those consecutively, and I'm doing 3 sets of those 24 reps. So it's a lot. Now, why do we use a Swiss bar? Well,
I love when she uses her teaching tone. Why do we use a Swiss bar? Teach me, Anna. Teach me.
is actually great for relieving stress on your shoulder and wrist joints. It also is a great way to work your triceps.
Okay, first thing I'll mention is that the neutral grip does help a little bit if you suffer from wrist pain or discomfort when you do the regular shoulder press. You can also do this with dumbbells, I guess. But the Swiss bar, it forces you to keep your grip wide or narrow, unlike dumbbells, which you don't really have a choice. You can't push wide on a dumbbell. If you do it with a regular barbell, then it could be quite uncomfortable for the wrist. Like doing a wide grip regular barbell press sounds to me sort of unnecessary on the wrist. So I wish I had access to this type of bar. It looks really fun. And as your grip gets narrow, it's true that you will get more work on triceps.
And helps build stability for pressing.
If you want to build stability for pressing, then do incorporate dumbbells in your pressing. What Anna needs for her pressing is core strength. Core strength. She needs core strength. That's what Anna needs for everything that she does, for her squats too. I plan in the future to take one of her squatting videos and show you guys, if you do have that issue that you are leaning forward in your squat, what could be the cause for it and how you could fix it. You know, it doesn't happen in a day, how you can help progress towards fixing it. But not today. I need to do more preparation for this.
So with strongman, pressing is really important and tricep strength is important. Now, what I want you to know is that I did not think this would be hard. And honestly, it felt great until I got to that last set, the ones where you have to put your hands close together. And I was humbled.
Yeah, she's now already starting to use leg drive. You can see she's using her knees and her hip to drive the bar up. Of course, this type of exercise, doing 8, 8, 8, is meant to build fatigue, but I still don't think that you're supposed to compensate with legs. However, for strongmen, I'm not sure that they are being such sticklers about form as they would in other sports. Maybe if you just get the implement overhead, then that's good enough. I don't know. It's a very specific sport. I have my own opinions.
Girl, I felt like my life flashed before my eyes.
Look, well, she is using the soft belt that she got, basically like a backrest. You can see it when she's breathing between the reps. She's literally leaning on it, like it's a backrest of a chair. I don't think this is how it's supposed to be used, girl. Look, look, look. And then she kind of braces again and goes for another
But
rep.
even though it sucks,
I think her hair looks really cute like this. I wish, I mean, I could do this. I'm actually pretty good with hair. It's just that doing this type of intricate hairstyles on a hair like mine, it pulls hairs quite a bit. And then also, who has the time? Anna has the
your
time.
girl is not a quitter. So I kept going,
Okay.
did my last day. This is my
Looks
third set. And I sucked it up.
horrendous.
You know what? Today's pain is tomorrow's gain. Baby's first.
Okay, I also disliked how she re-racked this. She brought this back to her chest and then she realized, oh, I need to rack it again at like shoulder height. And look what she does. She racks the left side first and then kind of hikes the right, and she cut that out because maybe she even missed the J hook, so it might have looked like shit. And she didn't realize that it's already looking like shit. Let's see this.
Today's pain is tomorrow's gain. Baby's
Yeah,
first
no,
Swiss-
that was awful. I wish I had access to a bar like this. I need to check. Maybe they have that at the CrossFit gym I go to. I don't think so. I've never seen this. I'm sure someone would have used it by now if it existed there. It looks fun. Like, I would definitely try this. I like doing these sort of drop sets or clusters or these type of long lever, short lever supersets. I think it's very effective for building strength and nice muscles. So I would definitely go for this if I had access to this. Next, sometimes you just need to try again. We all know the song that is playing is by Aaliyah. Zal, rest in peace. I'm gonna mute this, of course. Let's see, sometimes you just need to try again. I think she's going to do the Continental clean and press. This is a very thick bar. Okay, she cleaned it. Okay, and she's pressing, doing a push press. Seems very heavy. Let's try to analyze why she succeeded the second time around and not the first. The fact that she's leaning back and that her form is no bueno, we all know. We talked about this a gazillion times. I'm not going to tire you with this again, but I do want to try and analyze why the first one didn't go and the second one did. So she already put it on her belt. It's funny that they need to like use the belt as a shelf like this before they clean to the front rack position. Okay. Whoa. Yes, okay, it's cleaned. She's fixing her grip. I think that's also a waste of energy. I don't think that she had to do that. Now let's see what happens when she tries to push press. She lost her balance and she was falling backwards. She was leaning too far back, and as she was pressing, you saw that she had to step backwards. There is no way that she could recover, especially at this weight. If it was a lightweight, maybe, but I don't know exactly what it is, but those are big plates. There's no way that she could have recovered from it. So let's see her second attempt. Balancing on both feet full contact with the floor. Oh, whoop. So this time she maintained her balance and she could press overhead. However, I didn't see a full elbow lockout overhead. As someone who claims to have Ehlers-Danlos and someone who claims to have hypermobility in her joints, I wonder why she can't fully lock out. And also you can tell that her left arm is fully locked out and her right is not. I don't remember which one she claims to have problems with or inflammation or fluid retention in one of them. She was talking about this before, but We know that she has discrepancies between her sides. Also, if you have the bar overhead, first of all, focus on it. Celebrate after the bar is back on the floor. Don't be this person. Okay, one more time to watch. Oh, up, cleaned. Now she's gonna push, press. She's gonna lose her balance. Look at her feet. Check out her feet. Yep. See? She couldn't save it. Now she's drilling her feet into the ground and she's trying again. Okay, not a complete lockout and not balanced, but I guess she got it up there. Okay, next. I think there's more lifting. Yes, we love. We love. She is saying the math ain't mathing. Haters will try to convince your value and ability to be loved are held hostage until you meet their standard of beauty. Truth is, there are people who like all types. I don't train to be small, I train to live big. Training helps me live my most capable life, improves my mood, and makes me confident in my abilities. In my honest opinion, the only thing that is universally attractive is confidence, and baby, I'm getting plenty of that in the gym. Okay? I don't know, I've never seen people tell her like she needs to lose weight for beauty. There are always going to be people who are attracted to any type of body type. However, yes, more traditionally attractive people tend to be on the smaller side, not necessarily thin or skinny, but just normal weight. The average physique, the average build is usually what people are most attracted to. And I'm not saying she's obsessed with her looks or her attractiveness. I don't know if she is, and actually I don't think so. I think it bothers her for sure, but I don't think that she's like super duper obsessed about it. She has no problem showing herself on camera looking quite rough, so I don't want to say that she's obsessed with it, but I just don't think that people come for her for that. And she always, like, she tries to make everything into a teachable moment, and she's talking about haters and people trying to convince you and about beauty standards. Girl, just lift the weights, okay? Just lift the weights. Now, on screen it says, if people who aren't skinny are unattractive, then why do songs like this exist? And the song is called Thick Fine Women. Whatever, I don't care. Let's see her lift. That's the only thing that I should care about. So the fact that I was talking so much until now is already embarrassing. What is she doing? She was doing a Zercher squat. A Zercher squat is when you rack the bar on the inside of your elbow like so and squat. However, it's theoretically supposed to help one stay more upright when you do a front-loaded squat of any kind. Goblet, Zercher, front squat sort of forces you to stay more upright in your torso. What Anna is doing here is that she's letting the weight dictate the form, and she lets it drag her torso even more forward, and there is significant rounding in her back, probably except for where her belt is, her thoracic spine, but from her shoulders up, there is a lot of rounding. So let's try to see that one again. Everything goes by very quickly. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to talk about depth. We're going to talk that in another video, and it has been talked about ad nauseum, that she doesn't hit depth. Yeah, shocker, whatever. But yeah, there's rounding here. She's letting the bar, first of all, even when you do Zercher, the bar should stay pretty much over your midfoot. Her midfoot is here. I hope you can see my cursor. Is that how you call it? I hope you can see my mouse. And the bar is over here. So there is at least an imperial foot, 33 centimeters of distance between where the bar is and where her midfoot is. So no bueno in my opinion. Let's continue. What is this? Another type of squat, I guess. I am not familiar with this grip on the dumbbell, so if this is something that I am not familiar with, then I'm not gonna judge it. However, it seems to me like this is being indecisive between like a sumo grip, like holding it like this between your legs with straight arms, and between a goblet hold. So it's sort of something in between, seems to be putting unnecessary strain on the bicep. And she still has her premature squat. This is how it's called. When you squat down and instead of getting the hips down, you sort of bend forward. It's called a premature squat. And like I mentioned, I'm going to do a video about it in the future. I just need to prepare for it a little bit. It requires a bit more homework, if you will.
Is this your homework, Larry? Is this your homework, Larry?
And maybe some pre-made footage. So it will happen down the line. I need some time to work on it. Box step-ups. Okay, again, it goes by very quickly, but I want to analyze her step-up. Okay, so what she's doing with her step-up, she's not completing the movement on her working leg, which in this case is her left, our right. She tries to bring the other foot, her right foot, to the box as fast as possible, and only then does she stand up. However, if you want to actually do these, not just for cardio and getting your heart rate up, but you want to reap the benefits of a single leg movement, which for Anna, I would argue, would be extremely important. If you want to have those benefits, then you need to step up with a single leg, stand up all the way straight, lock out your hips, stand up tall on top of the box with that single foot, and then step back down. I will try to attach a demo video, not of myself, but maybe something more professional from someone else, that it would be more obvious and clear how it's supposed to be done, rather than just like bringing the other foot as fast as possible without standing up on one leg and one leg drive. As you can see, he's pushing off of his right leg. He stands up fully on this right leg on top of the box, and only then does his left join the top of the box. And when he steps down, nice and controlled, he's not landing harshly on his leg. So step up, full extension at the hip and knee, and then carefully stepping back down. Let's see if I can watch this again. Also, her landing on her right foot when she steps off the box is extremely rough. She needs to work on control. If she was my client, I would have her hold on to something, hold one hand, like balance herself with one hand on something, just so that she doesn't land harshly on her foot. If she lands just a little bit with an angle, her ankle is done for. And that would be for anyone, and not even for someone who's Anna size. So you can imagine Anna size, that would just like smash your ankle in a million pieces. Yeah. She lands very harshly on her foot, and she doesn't complete the step up with one leg. She brings the foot as fast as possible and then stands up. So I'm gonna shut up so you can see. Okay. Here she's doing the safety bar squat. Everything that I said about her squat applies here. But she's doing kind of a shallow one. It's all right. I also want to mention that she had like a bad knee for a while. She had like knee pain. And if this is what she could do without having pain, then it's okay. I don't, like, you're not supposed to squat deep if you have pain in any joint. It's just that I wouldn't necessarily post, if I need to do shallow squats for a bit, I wouldn't necessarily post them online, because people don't know the full picture and they might think that this is okay, or if it's not okay, then you're just like inviting people to criticize you. It's not that I think that Anna can squat to full depth. I don't think she can yet. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But I think that during that time, for a while, she was doing shallow squats probably on purpose, because it's all she could do. So, you know, fair enough. Sometimes I have to do that as well. Leg curls, whatever. There's nothing form-wise that I can comment on this. All right, on to the next. I think I'll do maybe only one or two more, because I want to finish this quickly. The caption reads, Monday motivation. Remember, it's the suck that makes you strong. If you can show up when it's hard, then that's when the gym truly begins to change your life.
Finally, I'm a beautiful butterfly!
I don't know, it's just funny to me that she would pull out all these like inspo talk and just like saying the right things that other people obviously say or feel, and recycle this because she's only been training for like a few months. And I'm not saying that what she wrote here is not true. You are truly being tested when things are not as easy, when it's easier to order out, or you just feel like eating something more tasty. That's when your discipline is being tested, and can you actually eat the salad? Can you actually eat your meal prep? Even if you're a little bit tired and you prefer to sit down and watch TV, are you still going to go to the gym? And I'm not saying if there is something urgent that you have to cancel plans for and you need to take care of instead of the gym. Those things happen, it's life. But if you're not feeling like it and you're still doing it, yes, of course, this is when you start building a habit and start changing your character and your personality. But it's just funny to me that she would say this, because she always starts like side projects and kind of lets them go. So we'll see. With her Strongman arc, everyone is still waiting for the other shoe to drop, which I don't know if it will happen. I hope she sticks to it, but let's see. Deadlift. She did it from the floor, so yay! However, it was not good. See the rounding in her back. Sorry, let me try again, okay? I'm trying not to do my space bar too noisy. Okay, see how round her back is? I know this play button is hiding it, but back is very round. She has improved her form since this. This is from early February. She posted at least one video of her doing a deadlift that looked better than that. But on that one that she did better, I think she was lifting from blocks. She just doesn't have the range of motion to lift from the floor. Yeah, a lot of rounding here. She needs to pull her shoulders back and down. I like to use the cue breaking the bar in half. Once you hold the bar and you break it in half, whether it be for deadlift or for bench press, you see how your shoulder blades, bleh,
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
your scapulas, they just go into place. So, yeah. Well, that was a full lockout at least. Let's see this one from this interesting angle. Yeah, she shifts the angles too much. You can't really see a full rep, huh? A lot of rounding, and she's closing her eyes. Don't close your eyes at the gym. Closing your eyes is good maybe if someone's blowing some dust in your eyes. It's not good for lifting. You need your eyesight to maintain balance. Seems to be a full lockout. She needs to work on deadlifts without a belt. I think the belt makes her feel like, you know, so powerful and like profesh and impressive. I don't think people look at it like she thinks that people look at it. Why is she doing like front and lateral raises? Oh, her face is okay. Sorry. She looks like a dumpling. She looks like a pork bun. Let's see her raises. So her elbow is way too bent. I'm not saying that the arm should be completely straight. It shouldn't, because that would put weird torque on your elbow, but there should be a very slight kink in the elbow, not bent. If you need to bend the arms, the weight is too heavy. And if you need to use 2-pound dumbbells, then use the 2-pound dumbbells. You know, I don't use much heavier than that when I do lateral raises. I use anywhere between 3 to 5 kilo. And she's using a lot of momentum to get the weight up. That's not really doing anything. She's just flailing them around. Okay, and then she's using whatever this is, like this kind of bag, sandbag, for front-loaded good mornings. Interesting choice. She only does like 1 rep and then drops it. I don't like, show a set, show a full set. Usually when I upload reels from the gym, I don't do that a lot because I feel self-conscious filming at the gym. I would show at least 3 reps of an exercise. More than that, people get bored. Let's see her front-loaded good morning again. Changes angles halfway. Okay. I've never seen anybody do front-loaded good mornings, but I understand why she's doing these, because she's going to have to pick up sandbags off the floor. So for her, this will be functional. It's just, she makes it look like she did 1 rep and dropped it. Well, okay. I think I'm going to stop here. This was fun. I like commenting on her exercises also because sometimes she does things that I'm not familiar with, or things that are more sport specific, like for strongman. I don't know, that Swiss bar looked really fun. I wish I could use that. It's interesting kind of to mix around your training. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. I know there might not be a lot of snark coming because we didn't talk about her personality at all. Well, almost at all. If you have training questions or form questions, I would encourage you to send me a video DM on my Instagram. I will put my Instagram here down below. Send me a video of yourself training, ask me a question. Once I have a few of these, I'll do a compilation and react. And if you don't want your face on camera, just please let me know and I'll be sure to hide your face. Or you can do it for me. That would be helpful. Okay, so I love you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, do everything that you know you need to do. Do it now. Do it. If you want kisses, do it now. All right. Love you guys. Bye.